Hello guys, so it looks like we have the new trailer for Lucca and some events, so let's go through it.
From the underground boxing scene and the feared second in command of the Carmine Whispers.
With insane strength, he hits hard and fast.
He looks pretty cool.
Repaying favors and getting revenge when needed. Lucca, the stalwart fighter of the Carmine Whispers. As a tank from the Lightbearer faction, Lucca is the most reliable pillar in.
So this is really interesting because he's at A level, he's a tank, he's a Lightbearer. So this means that if you went in on like Tassie, you might go in on Lucca. And then if he's good, he could be swapped for another A level.
With his second skill, Ruthless Ram,
another A level within the season, of course.
Damage. He then shoulders into an enemy, dealing damage and interrupting them. The skill also disarms the enemy for a short time. With his...
It's really nice that he got a disarm. Like, unlike the other tanks, he doesn't have a taunt, but he has a disarm. So that could be used in a good way as well.
Third skill, Lucca unleashes a fierce roar, removing all dispellable debuffs from himself and reducing his damage taken for a while. After throwing a few punches, Lucca roars to hype himself up, getting ready for the final blow. Guess what comes next?
It would be really interesting if they showed us like the percentages of stuff like that. Like when he's reducing his damage taken. Like, would be nice to know that already.
A big, powerful suplex to finish off with his ultimate, Quake Slam, Lucca taps into his full strength with no holding back.
Really nice that he stuns both the target and nearby enemies, so it's a huge slam.
When hitting a nearby enemy, Lucca knocks them into the air and slams them into the
That's an insane slam.
If it's an enemy further away, Lucca charges at them, knocks them up, and slams them back to his original tile. The impact hits everyone nearby, dealing damage and stunning them. During the ultimate, Lucca is immune to all control effects. Once his exclusive...
So that's really interesting that he jumps away to the furthest enemy and slams them back. Like, season has been so much about displacements. Like we have Nara, we have the artifact that grabs enemies and throw them away. I can't remember what it's called. Binding spell.
Skill, Unshakable Ties, is unlocked. Lucca becomes even tougher thanks to the support of his allies. For each ally placed in an adjacent tile behind him when a battle starts, he gains a shield based on the ally's attack. Allies supporting Lucca also receive an attack boost.
After all that action...
Attack boost? He's also a buffer, so he's a tank and a buffer. That could be really interesting in a lot of modes.
You can already see the fear in the enemy's eyes.
And after this intro, I can tell you're already a fan of Lucca.
Too bad Lucca only seems to care about fighting endless battles.
And here we have a new redemption code, AFKJJackOLantern. So that's really nice. And then I go into the Golden Voyage in new events that some of the content creators that's on BN servers has already covered.
In the Golden Voyage, Magister Merlin.
But this one is really cool.
To move the game piece across the board. Each space has its own effect. But what surprises await? Well, that's for Magister Merlin to find out.
I hope Magister Merlin will have a great time at the carnival. And besides all that, in the upcoming Hidden Current,
and then we have a fishing event.
Merlin can complete quests to grab some invite letters and velvet vouchers.
I'm curious to see what look Magister Merlin will go for with those vouchers.
There are so many awesome cosmetics in the Velvet store. Magister Merlin could totally show up to the fall harvest in a brand new outfit. And finally, let's wish everyone
So he comes out in 2 days. That's really interesting. But I think some of his abilities are really, really cool. Like his ultimate. Yeah, where is it? Really interesting that he jumps on the enemies furthest away. I think he can be a pretty good PvP hero based on that. Like we don't haven't tested yet or anything like that, but that means he goes and targets the back line, so you can make him tanky enough. I'm thinking like the special arena where you get like energy. Imagine putting him on an energy tile and then he jumps backline and just target zone. That would be really cool. Like, would be so cool if you could make like a displacement meta where you use like Lucca, Nara, and Binding Spell in PvP. That would have been really cool if you could use that. Now I don't think you can use spell in PvP, but that would be really fun. Except in Supreme Arena, I guess. That would be really cool if you could go in and use a team like that. It probably will never become meta because we have so many strong teams right now, but it would just be fun. He also had this disarm, which I wonder how it can be used in ways. Like, is it just auto attacks? Because if it only disables auto attacks, then maybe it won't be that useful. Because I wonder if it can affect unaffected heroes, because then it could be like Shakir counter and so on. But otherwise, if there is people who are unaffected and you can't disarm them, then it becomes kind of pointless in at least PvP. But I think he will have some use case, but let's see how good it is. So that was Lucca and some new events. But as always, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.